Ben, is it Le'Veon Bell situation disappointing to you? I understand it's probably a catch-22 for players, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're focused on the Cleveland Browns right now. I've got to prepare myself to be as ready as I can be to go out there on Sunday and face a really good defense.
This is a player that can help you guys win and ultimately get you far.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the business. So, anytime you have a guy like that, you want him on the field with you.
Ben, how do you think this offense is without Le'Veon Bell? How do you think you can match up to perhaps what you did last year?
I think we're a very good offense. Football is the ultimate team sport. One person doesn't make or break you. So, I'd like to say that the linemen are more important than any skill position player, including myself on this team. So, we're more than this offense is more than just one guy.
Ben, do you go back and draw on what you went through when D'Angelo filled in a couple years ago and go back to some of the same things that worked and how you guys approached that?
Yeah, we did pretty good then too. And James is a year better than he was last year at this time. So I think we're all kind of excited for what he can bring to this offense and this team. And like I said, we've got a lot of weapons. We'd like to have them out there, but we've got guys that can make plays for us.
Cleveland have some weapons on defense?
A ton of them. We have been looking down for a while now, and I don't want to take anything away from anybody, but it starts at our left side. They're right and Miles. So what an animal, and a guy that just gets after the quarterback, and we'll have to really kind of keep an eye on him. Two eyes.
The animal wants to spend some time with you in the backfield.
Yeah, he's been talking about that for a while now, so hopefully Al does a good job.
Daniel, you guys have talked about how the offense hasn't changed that much with Randy, but I'm curious, is the personality, you anticipate a little bit of a different personalities?
I don't know. We'll see. That's the question everyone wants to find out. What's Randy's personality? What's his tendencies? We'll all find out on Sunday, I guess.
How much, say do you have in that? I mean, I know you're talking about running some no huddle and stuff. Do you anticipate having a little more freedom?
Potentially. I think a lot of it depends on how the game's going, the flow of the game. We don't want to force anything, but sometimes you have to try and mix it up and throw some different wrinkles at them. But we'll just we'll play that all out as it goes.
Is that a great way to slow down a great pass rusher?
Sometimes when you're that good, nothing really helps. But except a good blocker. But we'll probably throw some different wrinkles, try and throw the tempo off a little bit.
How much can Todd help them about you with his knowledge?
Probably. I mean, enough. I think. We've changed enough stuff. There's still some of the same thing as them. I'm sure their offense is a lot of the same things that we did last year. So, we'll just have to find ways to disguise things, change some calls, and just see how this chess match is going to unfold.
And knowing that this could be Le'Veon's last season, whenever he shows up, how much do you feel like there's some pressure to get to a Super Bowl and win a championship with the core that you guys have, with the offensive line and the all-pro skill players that you guys have?
Well, we want to win a Super Bowl no matter who's here, whether it's someone's first or last year. None of that should matter. So we know, like I said, that he's one of the best in the business, and he helps every week. So when he gets here, I hope he'll be ready to go.
If Le'Veon does show up today, when do you think you would see him?
I have no idea. I guess as good as yours.
Ben, as a player and as a teammate, do you understand what he's going through and why he isn't here? Can you relate
I've never
to
been
it
in his situation. I've never been in the franchise tag. I've never been in the final, kind of not having a contract. So I really can't relate in that sense. But, I know the guys that are here busting their butt, ready to go. So we're going to prepare for a really good Cleveland defense and good team.
You've talked about Heath and maybe Le'Veon being a safety blanket in terms of getting under pressure and knowing where you can find a guy. Is there somebody that can fill that role if Le'Veon's not out there Sunday?
Yeah, I think James has done a great job of it so far. I think that he gets to his spot really quick, which is awesome for a quarterback, a guy that gets to his spot, checks his protections, gets to his spot, because then he's there and he's ready to get the ball. And I've said it before, I think he's worked a lot on his hands. I think he's catching the ball really well right now. So I'm excited for James, probably as much as he's excited for himself to get out there.
Are you proceeding as a field start alongside you on Sunday?
You have to, right?
And you've come in, we've talked about this much lighter this year and feeling better about your health. How much different of a quarterback can you be, or do you expect to be this season because of that?
I don't know. Let's talk week 8 and see how I go from there.
And it's a fun storyline that no quarterback has a better record against another team than you do against the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still think about them passing you over in the draft, or is that so long gone?
I'd say very, very little, if any. I think it's just a a matter of playing a divisional opponent. You know, it's the state of Ohio is where I grew up, and so all those kind of fun factors play into my game out there.
When you talk about them being improved, when you look at their film, what else jumps out at you? What's
Playmaking. I mean, playmaking. They've got a ton of first-round talent, first-round picks, you know, and they just make plays. And, you know, Greg Williams is known as a defensive coordinator that throws a lot of looks at you, really gets his guys going. And so we expect a lot of different looks, a lot of different blitzes, and then you couple that with just great talent. It's tough to deal with.
How much, when you have young guys like that, high first round picks like Garrett, the new cornerback, do you want to be respectful of the talent, but also maybe take advantage of their inexperience? Do you try to attack those guys, or do you look forward to showing them something they haven't seen in the NFL yet?
Well, it's sometimes that's a little easier than secondary guys. You know, it's not really much I can do with Miles. Like I can run a speed option at him and give him a fake or something. So, you know, that's up to the line to block him and those guys. But you know, in the secondary, we're just going to line up. You know, we always say that we want teams to be worried about us not worry about them. So I'd like to think that they're worrying about us and AB and other guys that we have.
Ben, as you say, this team will never live and die by one player, but how much of a strain has it become having to answer these questions about Le'Veon constantly?
I've been doing this long enough that I just let it roll off my back. Other guys might be bothering them and whatnot, but like I said, I think it's an awesome opportunity for James and other backs to get a lot of reps and for us to get a feel for them as well.
What do you say to Le'Veon when he does get here?
Hello?
Did you watch Hard Knocks, Ben?
Nope. Maybe I'm sorry. I watched maybe 3 minutes of it one night when I was getting ready for bed. That's literally at 3 minutes probably.
You saw the Office spoof, though, didn't you?
I did see the Office spoof. Was that on Hard Knocks? I just saw that like as someone sent it to me. Yeah.
What'd you think of the?
Baker Mayfield about Todd?
What would I say to him?
What would you?
Well, he's gotten a whole camp with him and experience with him, you know. So I think I don't need to say much. He knows what he's got in Todd and what Todd's got in him. So I'm sure they've got a great relationship. I don't know it personally because I haven't seen the Hard Knocks stuff and know what's real and what's not on that show. But you know what? They're getting a passionate coordinator. You know, a guy that is passionate about his craft and his skill and getting guys ready to play. So I'm sure he'll enjoy that.
And do you expect to have Vance with you on Sunday?
I sure hope so.
How do you feel about the other two guys?
You know, Jesse's been here long enough. I got a lot of confidence in him knowing what he's going to do, and X, same thing. But, you know, anytime you can put weapons on the field, that helps you.
Ben, does Randy express that? You mentioned Todd being passionate. Does Randy express that passion in maybe a different fashion?
Yeah, Randy's just a different animal when it comes to that, to showing emotion. That's why on the sideline on Thursday, you saw, I don't know if you saw, but we were having fun because Randy gave us like a fist pump, and we don't really see much of that from Randy. So he's pretty even keel for the most part. So we'll be excited to see what he brings on Sunday when it's kind of live action.
And your 15th opener, do you still feel the adrenaline? Do you still feel that excitement in the build up to the game?
For sure. I ask these young guys if they're nervous, and they tell me no, and I call them a liar because if I'm 15 years in and still nervous, you should be nervous too. And that's natural. You should be nervous. You should be excited because this is football. I mean, this is what we've grown up doing. This is what we love doing. We're out here in camps and mini camps and training camp and sweating and bleeding and putting so much on the line for Sundays, you know, and to be out there with each other. So I think we're all excited, and I'm no different.
How much different is the communication with Randy on the sideline from your experience in the preseason so far, and how much different is it from dealing with him how you did in the past?
It's very similar. That's what I think makes it unique and special because it's nothing really different than what it has been in the past when I come off the field and communicate with my quarterback coach. So that's why I think nothing really changed with Randy. He's so even keel, and I think that'll be good as we get going.